All right, hi again, class. You should now have in front of you the Chapter 7 word problem worksheet. We're only going to do 4 problems on here. Please do not lose this worksheet. We will be using it throughout the rest of the chapter because there's certain things on here you can't do yet. So I'm going to refer back to this page several times, either A for notes or B for homework, and I'm not going to have extra copies. So please make sure that you put this worksheet in a safe place. Okay? As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I really like word problems in systems of equations because it's one of the most applicable things to real life situations. And hopefully you will see that as we go along. All right, before you try to solve any problem, first of all, obviously you should read it. And then you need to highlight important information. So on the first day of ticket sales, schools sold 5 adult tickets and 1 student ticket for a total of $32. And then on the second day, took $76 by selling 1 adult and 6 adult tickets. Find the price of an adult ticket and find the price of a student ticket. Now what they're trying to do is get you to figure out the price of each ticket. So let's apply this to a store. If you go to the store and you buy 3 candy bars and 5 pops, each candy bar costs $1 and each pop costs $2. To find out how much you would have had paid, you would have done 3 times $1 plus 5 times $2, and that would get you your total cost of money that you spent. Okay, same concept here. So let's identify our variables. That's the first thing you should always do after you read information, of course. And it doesn't matter which variable you choose. I just like to choose ones that will go along with the word problem. So notice that I used A for adult and S for student. Okay, so day 1, let's write this out. Sold 5 adult tickets, so 5 times a certain amount of money, plus 1 student ticket, for a total of $32. So on day 1, 5 times A plus 1 times S equals 32. On day 2, you have 1A plus 6S equals 76. And now you have a system of equations that you guys have been working on by substitution. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's isolate a variable. And then let's plug it in. And then from here, we're just going to solve. So 1A, or sorry, I was thinking the other equation. Negative 30S plus 380 plus 1S has to equal 32. So negative 29S equals negative 348. Divide by negative 29, and you get $12 for a student ticket. Okay. Now think about, you guys, this, when you're doing these problems, they should make sense. Okay, so let's say you would have forgotten to divide by negative there, you would have gotten a ticket to cost negative $12. Does that make sense? No. So you know that you made a mistake somewhere. Okay, think about these. These are real life situations. So when you come up with your final answer, it needs to logically make sense. All right, so let's find how much it would cost for an adult ticket. So let's do 1A plus 6 times 12 equals 76. 1A plus 72 equals 76. A equals $4. Okay. So an adult ticket cost $4. A student ticket cost $12. Okay. Usually in the real life, it's better to be a student because it costs less, but not for this dance competition. It costs more to show up as a student. Okay. All right, let's take a look at number 2. So once again, let's highlight important information. So high school A rented and filled 1 van and 12 buses with 509 students. And high school B filled 3 vans and 3 buses with 174 students. How many students can carry in a van and how many students can a bus carry? Let's identify our variables. So V is going to stand for van for me, and B is going to stand for buses. Okay. All right, so high school A filled 1 van and 12 buses with 509 students, And high school B filled 3 vans plus 3 buses for 174 students. All right, let's go ahead and solve this. So I'm going to say V equals negative 12B plus 509. Let's substitute it in. So 3 times negative 12B plus 509 plus 3B equals 174. So negative 36B plus 1527 plus 3B equals 174. You guys notice some of these numbers are fairly large, so you're going to want to make sure that you start bringing a calculator to class, as you should be, since it's part of your requirements for materials. All right, let's solve for B, and we get that each bus can hold 41 students. Let's plug that back in to find V. So 1V plus 12 times 41 equals 509. And you should get V to equal 17. Okay. And then, of course, plug your answers into high school A to make sure that they make sense. Okay. And then make sure you write your final answer with labels. So for the bus, it was 41 students. And for the van, 17 students. All right, I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds or so. Ask your DFF if you guys have any questions on these two problems, and then we're going to go through the next two. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. So say Jose and Karen each improved their yards by planting rose bushes. Okay, and we have that Jose spent $95 on 1 rose bush and 8 geraniums. And we have Catherine spent $100 on 8 rose bushes and 4 geraniums. Find the cost of each rose bush and the cost of 1 geranium. All right, so let's identify our variables. So I'm going to use R for rose bush, and I'm going to use G for geraniums. Okay. And then we have Jose and Catherine. So before you try to solve anything, this is the type of information that I should be seeing on your problems. So you're highlighting or underlining the important information, you're identifying the variables, and then you're setting up the 2 equations. So Jose is going to be 1R plus 8G equals 95, and Catherine's going to be 8R plus 4G equals 100. Let's isolate a variable. So we get R to equal negative 8G plus 95. And then let's substitute. 8, and then in parentheses, negative 8G plus 95 plus 4G equals 100. So notice that we're using the same stuff that we did yesterday. It's just that now you have to set up the problem. So we get negative 64G plus 760 plus 4G equals 100. So we get negative 60G equals negative 660. Divide that by negative 60, and you get that each geranium costs $11. Once again, if you got a negative answer on there, that wouldn't make sense. Let's plug that back in. So R plus 8 times 11 equals 95. R plus 88 equals 95. So R equals 7. Okay. Make sure that you take that equation and plug it into the other one to make sure that it makes sense. So you would do 8 times 11 plus 4 times 7, and you should get 100, and we don't. All right, just forget what I just said. I flipped the numbers. So what we did is correct. If you plug R in, 7 in for R here, and 11 in for G here, you do get 100. So a geranium costs $11, and a rose bush costs $7. All right, go ahead and skip number 4 and try number 5 on your own. Share your answers with your DFF, and in a couple minutes we will go over it. All right, so let's identify our variables. I'm going to say S is for senior citizen ticket, and actually that's not going to work out very nice. So let's do C, so senior citizen ticket for there, and S for student ticket here. Okay. On day 1, they sold 12 senior citizen tickets and 10 student tickets for a total of 250. And then on day 2, they sold 6 senior citizen tickets and 1 student ticket for $73. Then S equals negative 6Z plus 73. Plug it back in, you get 12 times negative 6Z, and you have to be very careful because I just made the mistake of substituting into the wrong variable. So let's try this again. 12C plus 10 times negative 6C plus 73 equals 250. Okay. I'm going to leave it up to there from you guys to go ahead and solve this one. When you're done, compare your answers if you haven't already done so. Okay. Tonight's homework is a page in the book. And make sure you guys are checking your answers in the back of the book, because tomorrow there isn't really going to be time to go over any problems or me have a video for you to go over the homework due to the fact that tomorrow's lesson is kind of long. Okay, so make sure you know how to understand how to do 1 through 3 and number 5. Your homework's at the page in the book tonight, and then there will be another video for tomorrow's lesson. Hope you guys have a good day.